world.
Smile like this, shit, I can't fake. She's in a good mood. Don't even need the sky's blue. And my bad news, it dissipates. Cause a smile like this, well, lasts for days. She's in a She's in a Well, I finally woke up to smell the coffee, and damn, that shit smells bad.
Oh, we got a swear word.
Made a copy, swear I left it in my bag. That's alright, cause at night she said she wants to grab a drink.
So happy to see everybody. Thanks for being here
This is
so
the
much.
best part of my week. You should probably tell her that. Tell her what? This is the best part of your week. It's kinda
Everybody
sad.
mute yourselves.
Yay. We still got some people popping in here. Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are here. I'm just going to mute all. We got some background. Shelley, you're going to have to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. I'm muting all. There we go. Admit. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us for this exciting, amazing launch party for Shelley Lippman. Awesome. Welcome, everyone. My name is Andrea Seidel, and I am the founder of Live Life Happy Publishing, and I am so honored to be a part of this book creation and bringing this book to the world. Oh my gosh, Mark, look at how cute your background is. Like, adorable. He has added.
Andrea, that's my brother. That's my brother.
Yay! Amazing. The editor, the
Yes.
editor extraordinaire. Yay! Well, I just want to take the opportunity to thank everyone for joining us on this amazing celebration. It has been an honor to work with Shelley, and it means the world to both of us for you to show up and help celebrate the birth of her book, which is none other than accepting, forgiving, and empowering your children with ADHD and yourself. So powerful. And I'll just turn it over to you, Shelley, to welcome everyone as well.
Well, my kids make fun of me because I cry. But I'm so incredibly moved to see all of your beautiful faces and to feel the energy from all of you and the support and the care. This has been a long time coming. I say it took me a year to write this book, but it's really 28 years since I became a mother for the first time. And that's all that love and all my experience and my compassion has gone into this book. And seeing you all here, you're all a part of this story. So I'm really, really moved, and I thank you. I told Andrea that I wanted to start by reading a story that so I'll just, for those of you who may not know me, I'm married to Lan, who's on the call, and we have 3 children, Sam, Alex, and Sarah, and Sam is married to Danielle, and they just had a baby. I became a nana a month ago. So very, very excited. And you can see them there in that little picture. Yeah. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Sam. And I was remembering when Sam was 4. So Sam is our oldest. And so he was our firstborn, and he has ADHD, but we didn't know that right away. And so the beginning was a little challenging, and we didn't know what his behavior meant. And I remember going to a lecture when he was 4. And it was on ADHD because I thought maybe that's what's going on. And the person giving the lecture read a story called Welcome to Holland. And I want to read it to you all. It's in my book because it really sets the stage for the book. And it set the stage for our whole life with Sam. And then when Alex came along, and it turned out he also has ADHD and dyslexia. And then Sarah came along, and she's neurotypical. And I will tell you that at 2 years old, her first full sentence had her little finger up in the air, and she went, "In a minute?" In a minute. Because I was always saying, in a minute, I'm busy. I was so busy with these 2 boys. So Sarah has grown to be a young woman, and she's in graduate school at NYU with tremendous patience and self-sufficiency, I will say. So this is Welcome to Holland. When you're going to have a baby, it's like you're planning a vacation to Italy. You're all excited. You get a whole bunch of guidebooks. You learn a few phrases to get around. And then it comes time to pack your bags and head for the airport. Only when you land, the flight attendant says, "Welcome to Holland." You look at one another in disbelief and shock and you say, "Holland, what are you talking about? I signed up for Italy." But they explain that there's been a change of plans, that you've landed in Holland, and there you must stay. "But I don't know anything about Holland," you say. "I don't want to stay," but stay you do. And you go out and you buy some new guidebooks and you learn some new phrases and you meet people you never knew existed. And the important thing is that you're not in a bad place filled with despair. You're simply in a different place than you had planned. It's slower paced than Italy. It's less flashy than Italy. But after you've been there a little while and you've had a chance to catch your breath, you begin to discover that Holland has windmills. Holland has tulips. Holland has Rembrandts. But everyone else you know is busy coming and going from Italy, and they're all bragging about what a great time they've had there. And for the rest of your life, you'll say, "Yes, that's what I had planned." The pain of that will never go away, but you have to accept that pain because the loss of that dream, the loss of that plan is a very significant loss. But if you spend your life mourning the fact that you didn't get to go to Italy, you will never be free to enjoy the very special, very lovely things about Holland. And that's the experience of raising children as is. And that's why I named the book As Is, because when we're expecting, or even before we have children, we have these images, these ideas of what our kids are going to be, what they're going to love. Maybe they'll love theater just like I do. Maybe they'll be great at sports because I wasn't. Maybe, you know, and then they come along and they are who they are. They are exactly who they are, whether they have ADHD or they have passions that you don't even understand, whether you're raising a math genius and you're not good at math at all. We have to accept our kids as they are. And that is what gives them that core of confidence that lets them fly and do all great things in their lives.
That's so beautiful, Shelley. And I can tell by everybody's faces that they feel the same way I felt when you and I first met and we were talking about the possibility of turning this book into a published book and bringing it to the world. And I remember vividly you sharing that story with me, and we were both in tears, and I'm like, yes and yes, like this book has to be written, and not another tips and tricks book on like how to manage. And I just love this. Your book is such a breath of fresh air, Shelley. It is so uplifting, and it's a shift in perspective. Instead of managing children's behaviors, it's about fostering connection and compassion and growth. And I love that you infused all your life coaching and positive psychology skills and training, as well as your experience as a mother. Your book is just heartwarming and touching in so many ways. And I know that it's going to have a huge ripple effect on the world. And so, you talked about As Is, such a beautiful title. And can you explain or share with the group here about what really inspired you to write this book and who you wrote it for?
Oh, definitely. Like I said, I've been writing it for a year, but it's really been 28 years in the making. And I'll share with everybody kind of a turning point that really turned us on a different trajectory while raising our kids, specifically Sam, when he was in fourth grade, and that they'd been calling and, you know, he's doing this and he's doing that, and he won't sit down and he won't pay attention and come to school, and we need to talk to you. And I went one day and I looked at the school administrator and I said, "You know, I think you hate my child." And she looked at the floor and she said, "Yeah, I think I do." And I realized in that moment that everything had to change. It was time for a complete mind shift, and that I had to take a good look in the mirror, and that the problem wasn't Sam, the problem was me and my expectations and my wanting to try and squeeze him into a square peg into a round hole and make him be what the teachers, you know, sit nicely, stop it, sit down, sit down. I needed to get to know him. I needed to find intense understanding, compassion, connection, and find out what made him fly and what language he spoke. And when we started to do that, everything changed as parents. And I think for him, he started to feel more safe, because for him at the time, school was not a safe place. Unfortunately, I think that school has made some progress, but at the time it was not. And when I think back to how I felt and how I used to feel dropping the kids off and getting the looks from teachers and the sighs, and I said to myself, I need to write a book for parents who are going through that now and who are feeling alone and isolated, and they don't know what to do and they don't know who to turn to. And I have a lot of experience and information and study. Like, I took it upon myself to almost become a bit of an expert. And so while the kids were growing, I studied and studied. And then you know, since COVID, I've done a bunch of certifications in this area, and I coach. And I said, I just need to get this message out to the world. If one person reading the book feels better, I feel like I will have succeeded, honestly.
Yes, and more than one person is going to read this book, Shelley. I am so proud of you and all your hard work and your diligence and I knew from the beginning when we were talking about the concept of your book, you wanted it from the beginning just to be a book that can sit on a nightstand to offer a warm hug to parents or caregivers that might be struggling. And I love your ability to provide that feeling of permission to be human and to offer yourself. And that's why I love in your title, you know, accepting, forgiving, and empowering your children with ADHD, and yourself. This book is it's like a warm love, embracing hug of compassion as you read through it. Yes, there's so many emotional stories in there. And I feel like I know your whole entire family after, yes. And it's just so lovely because your vulnerability and the vulnerability of your family is so touching. And I just want to celebrate you and your family for sharing this vulnerability with the world, because it's going to help so many other people that are feeling isolated and feeling alone. And your book offers that warmth and that vulnerability so that the reader doesn't feel alone in this and they actually feel supported and empowered. And I love the mindset shift and the perspective shift that you provide in your book. It's just so beautiful. And I'm your number one fan. And by the way, I'm the first person to write a review. So if you have Shelley's book already, it's available today everywhere you purchase books. And the hardcover is in the processing part, but it will be available probably today or tomorrow if you want a hardcover version of her book as well. And so Shelley, I want to turn it back to you. Is there is there anyone you want to thank or celebrate, or anything there?
I'm glad that you asked that, because the thing that I realized, I sat down, I looked back in my notes. I started writing in last November, and so it's been just a little bit over a year. And I'm writing and I realized, wait a minute, to tell my story, I'm really subjecting my family, my husband, my kids, my brother, because all their stories are in there, they have to share their stories too. So I went to each one of them and I said, hey, before I go any further, are you okay with this? And they thought about it and they said, yes, because we want you to be able to tell your story, and you have our support and you can tell our stories. And what a gift they gave. I mean, to allow that kind of vulnerability and that just so loving. And I cannot say how much I appreciate that. So my husband, Len, and my kids, Sam, Alex, and Sarah, and Danielle, and my brother, Mark, who, by the way, edited my entire book. So Mark, I wouldn't be here without you. And someone who's unfortunately not on the call today, but my cousin Lisa, who is my soul sister, and she really has helped me from when it was just a germ of an idea all the way through. And of course, Andrea. They call Andrea the book doula because she helps bring books to life. She helps us give birth. And let me tell you, this was giving birth. I've given birth 3 times, and I can say this was giving birth. And the joy is quite very much the same. I feel like I want to take the book and hold it like this, you know?
We do. You sleep with it on your pillow, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I am so just celebrating you, Shelley, and just there's so much hard work. I always say books change lives and they have the power to have a ripple effect on so many lives. And of course, yes, they take that vulnerability and that courage for you to step into the spotlight. And I just want to celebrate you and your family for sharing your vulnerability and working together to create this amazing masterpiece that is going to help so many people. And so I just want to open it up to the floor. If anyone has, even feel free to write in the chat some congratulation notes, or if anyone wants to, just feel free to raise your hand and then I will pin you. Right now, I don't have everyone in the recording, but if you would like to say anything or ask any questions, feel free to just jump in or even add something into the chat. I think we need to do a wonderful cheers to Shelley, or a celebration. Feel free to unmute yourself and we can all go, yeah, Shelley. There we go. Ready, cheers. I got my blue drink to match the cover of your book.
Congratulations.
Hey, Shelley.
Shelley, congratulations.
Way to go,
Shelley. Boo, Shelley.
And a
Oh
happy
my
dance.
goodness. You know what, Andrea, I'm looking at all these faces and I feel like my whole life is before me here in this moment. And I talk a lot about moments. Everybody makes fun of me, but at Sam and Danielle's wedding, which today is the 18-month anniversary of their wedding, by the way. At their wedding, I talked about moments and what a moment that was, being there and walking our son down the aisle. I mean, I talk about it in the book and I won't cry. I'm not going to cry, but my husband and I, you know, we walked down the aisle at Sam's wedding and we parted and we waited for him. And then we escorted him the rest of the way down to the wedding canopy. And we stood looking at each other across the aisle. And in that moment, it was an absolute, I've never had a moment like this before where everything fell away. Nobody else was there but me and Len. And we looked at each other. He blew me a kiss and I winked at him. And in that moment, I know we were saying to each other, this little boy that we didn't know what was going to be for him. And here he is walking down the aisle to marry the love of his life.
Yeah.
And right, Len, you remember? And what a moment with Len of connection and collaboration and compassion and just years and years. I mean, there were some really, really hard years. And that's something that I'm very honest about in the book. And I want people reading it to know that this is not easy. And honestly, when I read through my book again, I said, this book is really for anybody raising any child, not just with ADHD, because every child is unique. Every child comes to us the way God or whomever made them be. And it's our honor to escort them along the way and help them find their passions and find their purpose and find what lights them up from the inside. And that in that moment at Sam's wedding, it all came together. It was magical, absolutely magical. I will never forget it. And now they have a baby in their arms. I can't even believe it. And for those of you who don't know, Sam and Alex, who both left university voluntarily, left at 17 and 19, started their own brand of men's skincare, and were voted onto the Forbes 30 under 30 list for entrepreneurship and marketing. And it was just, all those things happened, and it was reinforcement that I need to tell this story, and I need to tell parents out there that this is a marathon, it's not a sprint, and it's going to be okay, and you're not alone. You are not alone.
Wow, that's so beautiful, Shelley. And now everyone can see why I absolutely love you. And you just speak from the heart, and you are just such a beautiful, compassionate, caring, kind person, and you infuse this into your book. And I'd love to share a screen here and just share with everyone your amazing book here on Amazon, and obviously available in every bookstore. If you have a local bookstore that you love to support, if it's not in the bookstore already, you can go there and have them order Shelley's book. Obviously available on Amazon. And if you scroll down, I'm so excited because she's already number 45 and it just came out today. And that's in number 45 bestseller rank in emotions and feelings, parenting ebooks. And that'll climb because today is just the day that it's launched. So it's just like the algorithm, right? So we'll keep checking back, and she already has a 5-star review here. Oh, it's from me. I absolutely love your book, and I was just want to share this with everyone that if you have purchased this book and you support Shelley, I really do recommend going in there and telling other people about your experience with the book, why you love it, and what it does is it actually helps others find the book, and it helps her with her rankings and also with book sales. And so that's a wonderful way to support Shelley, obviously, to purchase her book and to write a review and share it with the world. And communities, right? ADHD communities, parent support group communities, all those communities could really benefit from that as well. Yes. So I'm going to turn it back over to you, Shelley. Did you want to do another reading, or if there's any, I'm looking to see if there's any hands up. I don't see any.
Oh, I see.
And
Yeah. Oh, I do. Okay. Now I do. Yes. Holy jumping. I don't know how I missed that. So here we go, Mark. I'm going to pick you because you're there. I'm going to unpin me. Go ahead. Just unmute yourself.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Hi, Shelley. I just
Mark.
wanted to say and let everyone know, Shelley, your love and wisdom over the years has helped me so much enjoy life the way I enjoy it now. And the thought that, like you said, the thought that even one family is going to benefit from reading your book, it feels like, to me, like they'll get to enjoy a gift that I've gotten to enjoy for all these years. And it makes me emotional. It makes me really happy to think that. And I know it's going to be more than one family. So I
Thanks,
just want
Mark.
to congratulations again.
Thanks, Mark.
Oh, thank you so much, Mark. Anyone else?
I think Leonard wants to say something.
yes, hi, Andrea.
Okay.
Can I say a few words? Hi.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share a few thoughts that I have watching this morning's amazing launch. First of all, congratulations to Shelley, I watched the determination, the discipline, the quiet perseverance to create this book. It was really quite something to watch. And so obviously a huge congratulations to you, Shelley.
Thank you, honey.
I also want to express the overwhelming thought or sentiment that I have watching this morning is a sense of gratitude. Gratitude to arrive at this moment. That's very special. Obviously for our 3 amazing children and their spouses and growing families. So the ultimate thing to be grateful for. But something else, which is as I scroll through the pictures and I see our high school teacher, Marcy, I see Sarah Campbell, I see Seth, and so many other faces and names from a whole life that we have together, because Shelley and I met in 9th grade. We've been together since 9th grade. So I feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude to be sharing this moment, for you to be sharing this moment with such an array of warm and wonderful people. It's truly a unique and wonderful group, Shelley, that you assembled today to join you on this launch. So every single picture, every single thumbnail is a special person. And then if you permit me, just one last thing is that I also have your mom in mind this morning, because I knew her well. She's not with us anymore, but I knew her very well. And so I see today as this incredible chain of from generation to generation of really this sense of love of children and love and just a loving nature that your mom had, that she passed that to you, you're passing that to our 3 kids, and the beautiful sibling relationship that they have that reflects that. that sense of love, that also is very powerfully in the image today.
Thanks, Len. You know what? I'm glad you mentioned my mom, because I talk about her at the beginning of the book, because I would not be the mother that I am without my mom. She passed away when she was 52. So she never got to meet our children, and a huge loss. But I realized in writing the book that she is so much a part of me and a part of how I mother. And it ties to the last line of the book, where I say that my hope and my mission is that this kind of way to raise our children in respect of what they are and as is, hopefully will go from generation to generation. And so it's such a beautiful circle, really. It's very, Len, I'm really glad you brought that up. Thank you. I miss her today.
Thank you so much, Len, for that. And yes, and the pride of the ripple effect of people and lives that you're going to touch through your book. That's a beautiful message. So much gratitude there. Yes. Thanks, Len. And I see Sam's iPhone here. Go ahead.
Hi, sorry, takes me a moment. Hi, Shelley. Shelley and I met in a coaching class with ADCA, ADCCA, or CA, and we've kind of kept in touch since. And I wanted to say, and I'm sure, Shelley, you've already thought of this, you know, be in touch with them. I'm sure they would love to add your beautiful book to their list of recommended reading amongst other, ADHD organizations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's one. Thanks, Sam, so much. That is a great suggestion. Yes, getting into all the Facebook groups, the support groups, spreading the word on Shelley's behalf is just beautiful, and get her book into the hands of people that need it. So beautiful. Thanks so much, Sam. And Marcy.
Shelley, Lynn, you were both my students, and I see a lot of former students on the call today. And I just wanted to take the opportunity to say that I will never forget the second day of school. Alex found out he was going to be in my class. You found out that I would be Alex's teacher. Hi, Alex, and Sarah and Sam. And you sent me a letter. And in that letter, you included a picture of you and Len at your Sweet 16. I will never forget that letter. And you told me all about Alex. You, at that point, were already the best parent that I probably had ever met, who knew their child, who knew who he was as is, and worked with me together to help your child reach success. And you did it with Sarah too, when she went through her own challenges. And I remember coming to your house, Sarah. I don't know if you remember that, but I do. I remember coming and sitting with you for math tests and math extra help. Shelley and Len, I cannot think of any better parents that I have ever met in my entire career. I applaud you. I am so incredibly proud of you. And I can't wait to follow your success and your children's successes. So a really huge mazel tov.
Thank you, Marcy. Thank you so much. Yeah, Marcy was Len's and my teacher, if you can believe that.
That is so special. And it's interesting. I just, Marcy, what comes to mind for me is when we first started working together, Shelley said to me, "Who am I to write this book?" And I'm like, "Who are you not to write this book?" And so, yeah, so you're exactly what you're saying is a testament to, like, she is living and breathing the accepting, forgiving, and empowering your child with ADHD. Like, this book is her heart, it's her experience, her knowledge, it's the person that she is. And it has so many wonderful, amazing stories that can help a lot of other parents in so many ways. So thank you for
Agreed. And if I weren't retired, I would insist that every teacher in every school, I mean, maybe I can still do it, but every teacher should be reading this book, because you have to work together with the parents to to
Marcy,
get the best
stop,
success out of every
stop.
student.
We'll
Sorry?
work on it. We'll work on it together.
Okay, okay, agreed.
Yeah, and Lori, go ahead, Lori.
Okay, first of all, I'm so verklempt, like literally. I'm moved to tears. And you're amazing, Shelley, so full of love from head to toe. And I wish I had this book when I was a kid. It really, I have a feeling it's going to change a lot of lives. So kudos to you.
Can I interrupt you for a minute and say that Lori was a classmate of mine in high school, and she wrote a poem many, many years after graduating about what it felt like to have ADHD and to feel misunderstood. And that poem is in my book. She allowed me to put it in my book. So I'm very grateful to Lori.
Love you.
Love you.
That's amazing, so special and so beautiful. So we won't read the poem, but we will, that'll be encouragement for people to get their copy of your book and experience that beautiful poem, Lori. Thank you so much. All right, Suzanne.
I just wanted to say congratulations to Shelley, and I see Sam with his baby. Yay, congratulations. Shelley, everything you do, you put 110,000% in everything. And this book is such a tribute to who you are in your resolve to get things done. And I'm so proud of you. You are the most magnificent, wonderful neighborette. I'm so lucky to live diagonally across the street from you. And you are an absolute joy, your family. And this is a big, giant muzzle tov on an incredible accomplishment that will be here forever, which is really wonderful. So
Thank you, Susie.
congratulations.
Means a lot coming from a wonderful person and an author herself. She is an author.
And I'm also going to say hi to Marcy Stein. I haven't seen you in years. We used to teach together. So hi.
Well, thank you so much, Suzanne. And Sarah, go ahead.
Sarah.
I have to unmute myself. Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Lukowitzes.
Hi.
Hi, Lippman and Gamaroffs. It's such a treat to see you because we just don't get to connect enough. So I'm taking advantage of this moment just to relish the connection and the reconnection. And I guess what I want to contribute as a comment, because it is so much who you are from knowing you before you had children, is that it also is how you are a friend. And I thank you for your beautiful, deep, loving friendship, even though we don't get to see each other enough. And this is a real treat to celebrate you. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Sarah and I were roommates in college.
And we love each other.
We love each other. Forever.
Forever.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. So we are coming to the end here, and I just want to give you the last thing here, Shelley, the last thing that you'd like to say or share with everyone. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, everyone, for showing up here and sharing in the celebration of the book Baby Birth, of As Is, Accepting, Forgiving, and Empowering Your Children with ADHD and Yourself. I love this part too, the art of raising confident, resilient kids with ADHD. So thank you so much, Shelley. It's been an honor working with you, and I'm so excited the impact that your book is going to have on the world. And I'll just hand the baton to you.
Thank you. Well, I'll say two things. One is, if anyone online is thinking of writing a book, do it. It's an amazing experience, and do it with Andrea. She takes you through it step by step, and it's a very, very special unfolding of memories and experiences. It's really incredible. But I wanted to end with, anyone who knows me well knows that I have this quote on my desk. It's a Maya Angelou quote, and I think about it all the time, and I kind of want to end with it. And she said that people will forget what you said, and people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And to me, that's sort of a mantra as a parent, as a spouse, I hope, as a friend. but I think it's a good one. It's a good one, and that's what people remember. And I think that when the kids look back over their childhood, and there was some very, very trying times, I think that they felt loved, and they felt the confidence that they have now comes from that feeling of growing up, and growing up with so much love. And that's really my message to everybody.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Oh, we have
Oh.
Alex. We can't cut this off. So
No,
let's
that's my
pull him
son,
in.
Alex.
Alex,
Is it too?
hello.
You cut away, and I was like, oh, it's too late.
No,
Can you hear me?
never.
Never too late
Okay.
for family.
I just wanted to say I'm so proud of you, Mom.
Oh.
And I think maybe I'm not the main character of the book, but I'm a secondary. But I will say, you know, growing up, I could barely read, and I still can barely read. But I was able to get through school, even though it was not always enjoyable. And now in my work life, I can feel successful, not just because, hey, it's fine if you know, misbehave in class or can't read, but it's that it's almost a challenge, despite the fact that I can barely read. I still have to take what I'm really good at and double down on those things to, you know, craft my own path and find success. And I got that confidence from you. And every day when I'm at work or interacting, I always, you know, have that at the forefront of everything I do. So thank you for that.
So proud of you. You're a beautiful person.
Oh my God, that is so touching. Oh my gosh. Alex, thank you so much for sharing that and celebrating your mom and being a part and your vulnerability throughout the book as well. Thank you so much. Going to help so many people. And we have Sam here. Yay, Sam. And
Sam.
congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Look at this baby.
That's baby Logan.
He's like finally.
1 month old, 5 weeks old.
I just wanted to congratulate you on being a published author. What
Thank
a
you.
milestone. It's something so few people are able to do. I can't even imagine doing it. So congratulations. I know how hard you worked on this, and I'm so happy that you're at the finish line. It's a massive accomplishment.
Thank you.
Hopefully I can help support, get more people to buy the book.
Oh, for sure. And I would not be here if not for you guys. I just wouldn't be here. And I can't thank you enough. And beautiful Sarah.
Thank you so much, Sam. I feel like I know you. And I just so celebrating you and your family. And we do have Sarah as well here. So thanks everybody this is a fun book launch. Everyone wants to speak. I love it. Yeah, go ahead, Sarah.
I'm terrible at public speaking, but I just wanted to say I just wanted to say we're so beyond proud of you. Sorry about the glare. Everything you do it with complete focus, intention, and just pure love. And I think this book is a huge testament to that. And not only are you the best mom in the entire world, but what I remember from my childhood is that I know raising 2 kids with ADHD was a huge struggle, but you really gave 100% love and focus to each one of us and raised us with confidence. So I think that feeling is conveyed in this book.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. I think Andrea, my father-in-law,
I see.
say something. Okay.
Thanks, Sarah, so much.
Thanks, Sarah. Who's speaking?
Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Bill.
Congratulations. I always knew that if anyone in this world can offer something to somebody so much as you did, my love goes with you. And I congratulate you, and I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. I talk in the book about finding champions for your child. And Zadie, Bill, was a champion for Sam. He really was, and really helped him work on his strengths and made him feel so loved. Very, very important.
Shelley, you're beautiful, you're wonderful in everything you do. And if anyone can do it, it's you. And it's a pleasure just watching you bringing these children up, because they're the most wonderful grandchildren, along with all my other grandchildren. And we're just so proud.
You know, going back and thinking, anytime I think of you, I think of that little girl that walked into my house at the age of 14, so dressed that I could never forget her. You are the one, and I will always respect you because you are somebody special.
Thank you, Bill. Thanks.
Thanks, Bill and Hannah. Yay, so much love here, Shelley. You're absolutely amazing. And we have Lori as well. Either I missed a whole bunch of hands or they're just coming up now.
No, it just took me that long to figure out where to put the hand up because I'm not using my usual computer and I haven't done this in a while, but I'm happy that I didn't miss the opportunity.
Hey, Laura.
So Shelley and I go back to about 5 years of age, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So we have quite a long history, and I would say that Shelley's always been an incredibly sensitive and empathetic person throughout our lives. So it's no surprise that she's proving herself yet again with these same characteristics. And I feel like it's a very brave and generous thing that you've done by putting all of these stories together and putting yourself out there for the benefit of everybody else. And I would say an added bonus, I suspect, because I haven't read the book yet, is that it's going to also be excellently written because Shelley is a beautiful writer and has been for a very, very long time. So I'm very much looking forward to that aspect as well. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be ordering it, reading it, and sharing a lot of thoughts with you, I'm sure. And excited to know that Mark was part of the editing process because, again, those two siblings have been so interwoven for such a long time and so mutually supportive that I think that's just a fantastic gift that Mark was able to be part of that whole process. And the last thing I would say is that our mothers were best friends for many, many years. They're both not here, but I would say they're both observing carefully and are both extremely, extremely proud of you and your family. So I just wanted to share that.
Thanks, Laura. It means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Laura. Yes, and it was written so well, is written so well. And thank you so much for the editing genius of Mark as well. And that's what makes it, that's what makes books stand out, right? Is when they are written so from the heart, lovingly with knowledge, but also then written and edited very well. So it's a masterpiece by the end. Fantastic. So I'm going to leave it to you, Shelley, for another final last word.
I'll just echo what Len said about gratitude. And I thank everybody for taking this time in the middle of the day to come and just to celebrate and savor. I think that that's a beautiful thing and so important for us. There's so much crap going on. And when we have a moment like this where we can just be happy and share good news and good things, it's so wonderful to seize that moment. So I'm grateful and I'll never, ever forget this moment. I was so nervous. And it was surpassed all of my dreams. And I feel like it's the biggest friends and family reunion I could have hoped for. So I thank everybody really, truly for your support and for being here today.
Yay! Thank you everybody for being here and celebrating Shelley and her book.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you.
Bye. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, both of us.
Don't even need the skies blue. And my bad news, it dissipates. Cause a smile like this, well, lasts for days. She's in the
I gotta remove my pin so it's not on me dancing.
I got $20 left in my bank account. We're homeless on a Friday now, sleeping on a friend's couch.